All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about mathematical cheat codes. And what mathematical cheat codes are is basically things that help you just do math faster if you know what they are. If you don't, that's okay. You can still complete the math. This just is to help you out so you could do things a little bit faster if you knew these. So we're going to talk about our addition properties first. We have the addition property of identity, which is basically saying that the sum of zero and any number is that number. Or we could just say any number added to zero is that number. So an example using a number would be like 7 plus 0. That's going to be 7. 6 plus 0, that's going to be 6. So our example with our x is basically what our rule looks like. So that's going to be x plus 0 equals x. And x can be any number. The next property we have is the commutative property of addition, and that just means you can add in any order. So what does that look like with some numbers? If we have 4 plus 2, that's going to give us 6. And if we have 2 plus 4, that's going to also give us 6. So we can see that we can add in any order and get the same answers. So with x and y, we would see that x plus y equals y plus x. The next one we're going to look at is the associative property, which is when you add, you can add group when you add, you can group the numbers in any combination. So this is when you're adding 3 or more numbers. So when you add, you can group in any combo. So I have 5 plus 3 plus 4, and I do 3 plus 4 first, gives us 7, and 5 plus 7 is going to be 12. Or if I have 5 plus 3 plus 4, and I do 5 plus 3 first, gives us 8, plus 4 gives us 12. So you can group in any order and do the math in any order when you're adding. So with letters, that means x plus y plus z first. It's the same as x plus y first plus z. And the last property that we have for addition is going to be our inverse property. And the inverse property is just saying when you add a negative, it's the same as subtraction. So I have 10 plus a negative 2. That's the same as saying 10 minus 2. So x plus a negative y is the same as x minus y. So those are pretty much your cheat codes for addition. They're just things that if you know, it makes it a little faster for you or may make a problem a little bit easier, but you don't necessarily have to use them. You can still do the math without them. We also have some multiplication cheat codes. They do have some of the same names for some of them. So we have the identity property here as well, except instead of 0 being used for our identity property, for multiplication, we use the number 1. So the product of 1 and any number is that number. So 25 times 1 gives us 25. 10 times 1 gives us 10. 5 times 1 gives us 5, right? So any number times 1 just gives you that number itself. And so written with x, we're going to have x times 1 equals x, or you could say x times 1 is x. Next one we have is the commutative property, and it means the same thing as it did for addition. It just means that you can multiply in any order. So 2 times 5 gives us 10, right? And 5 times 2 also gives us 10. Written with our symbols, we have x times y equals y times x, or x times y equals y times x. Our associative property also means the same thing with multiplication as it did with addition. So when you multiply, you can group in any combination. So if I have 2 times 4 times 6, and I do 2 times 4 first. Actually, let's do 2 times 4 times 1. Let's make it a bit easier. And I do 2 times 4 first. That gives me 8 times 1. And then using our identity property, we know that's 8. Or if I do 2 times 4 times 1, and I do 4 times 1 first, our identity property tells us that's 4 times 2 is 8. So we can see that no matter which order we do that in, or which way we group that, it's going to work the same either way. So we can see that x times y times z equals x times y times z. Our reciprocal property is saying that if we multiply by a fraction that is the same, or if we multiply by 1 over a number, which would be a fraction, right? It's going to be the same as dividing. So multiplying by 1 over a number is the same as dividing by that number. So if I do 8 times 1 over 2, that's going to be 8 times a half, which is 4. And if I do 8 divided by 2, that gives me 4. So written out in symbols, we know that x times 1 over y equals x divided by y. And our last multiplication property here is the zero product, which we did talk about a little bit in our multiplication lesson. So the zero product is any number multiplied by 0 is 0. So 8 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 100 times 0 is 0. Any number. So written out in symbols, we have x times 0 equals 0, or x times 0 equals 0. And the last little cheat code that we have here is multiplying groups, which is our distributive property of multiplication. And what it means is the number outside the parentheses will get multiplied by everything inside the parentheses. So the number outside will be multiplied by everything inside. So with our 3 times 2x plus 5, that means that 3 is going to be multiplied by 2x, and 3 is going to be multiplied by 5. With arches, that just means that x times y plus z is going to be x times y plus x plus z, or x times z, sorry. So those are going to be all of your guys' cheat codes for addition and multiplication. So those should help you out throughout the rest of the lessons.